Hi everyone. In this given problem statement, we have to edit distance. Given to string word1 and word2, we have to return the minimum number of operations required to convert word1 to word2. What are the operations allowed? We can insert a character, delete a character, replace a character. So let us take the example of word1, which is currently horse, and word2, which is currently Ross. Now, if I take the length of n1 or word1, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can say I to be 0, n2 is going to be 3, and j currently is going to be 0. Now, the thing to understand, what would be the base condition, right? And here it is important to understand the base condition, because if I say, right, if my I value goes to the last one, right? So let's say if I create a function which is called def, and let's say I'm just going to do a DFS over it. Let's say I and j. Let's say my j is already at s, or it is at pointer 3 right now, and the currently, right, word 1 is still at R, for example, or let's say is at S, right? Then what operations can we do over the last remaining element? We can delete it, right? So, and here, right, we do not have to count, right, number of deletions or insertion or replacing, right? What we need to do, right, we need to count, right? This is also going to be 1, this is also going to be 1, this is also going to be 1. So whatever, right, if I have reached to the end, right, then what I can do, this would be the base condition. So if my I is equal to n1, then I can say return whatever remaining, right? So it would be n2 minus j. So currently j would be, let's say, at 3, 4 or something. It is going to return it. Similarly, it would be the another one, which is, let's say, if my j pointer reaches to n2, I can say return n1 minus I. Now the important part, which is what would be the condition, right, for insertion? And here, right, we are already let's say before that, right, let me do their insertion, deletion, and replace. So currently, right, we are at H, and this is at R, right? So one way, right, I can replace H with R. So if I replace H with R, right, what is going to happen? So I can call 1 plus DFS, and because I'm replacing, right, so I need to now go to O, and similarly J will also go to O. So because of replacement, right, we are going to add 1 to here, so it would be I plus 1 and J plus 1. And there is also a condition, right, which I forgot to do. If both of them are equal, right, so let's say we are at O, right, both of them are equal. So if word 1 of I equal to word 2 of j, actually it is word 2, then I can say I can call my DFS, and it would be basically incrementing I and j. So it would be I plus 1, because you can move to the next one, j plus 1. So for the replacement, it would be like this for deletion, right? Now we are at deletion. So we need to remove both r. Okay, so how to remove r? From the first one, right? To remove an r from the first one, what I can do, it would be 1 plus dfs, and because I'm removing an r, so I can say it would be like I, it would be I and j plus 1. Let's say I'm going to remove r, right? So if I remove this r, then I need to also increment the value at this position, because I've already removed it, right? So no point of making it. And similarly, right, for insertion, it would be 1 plus dfs, and it would be, let's say, let us look into it, right? If I'm inserting a particular value, let's say t, right? Let's say I'm inserting t out here. In that case, right, to match both of it, right? So it would be I and j plus 1, and I think this would be I plus 1 and j. We are going to check this. I'm having some confusion between both of them. When writing the code, we are going to check it out, and the reason also I even going to show it to you. And then I can return the minimum of insertion, deletion, and replace. And when calling the function, it would be dfs. We're going to pass in 0 and 0. And if I look into the time complexity, right, it would be basically n1 multiplied by n2. And we need to use memoization, right? Then only you're going to get this time complexity. And if I look into this time complexity, it would be like uh, it will be pretty bad. Actually, it will be 2 to the n actually. So don't include this one. When I'm writing the code, I'm going to use, this is a recursive solution, and we need to convert it to memoization. So memoization would be like just adding few more words to it, and it would generally do the trick. Now let us jump to the Python solution, where we can understand the inner working of the code and see how it is going to be done. The first thing that we need to do, right, we need to get the length of word 1. So length of word 1 and into equal to length of word 2. Now I can create my function, which is dfs I and j value. Now few things to understand. I have to write the base condition. So if I can say if I is already reached to the n1, then I can return basically n2 minus j. And reason I have already explained why you need to, because at the end, right, we are calculating the number of operation performed and not necessarily what type of operation. It can be delete, insert, and whatever. Similarly, right, if j equal to n2, then return n1 minus I. Now also have to do a memoization. So let me introduce the DP and let me say out here, if I and j in DP, then we can return I and j. Now, interesting thing. So if my word 1 of I is equal to word 2 of j. So in that case, right, because we know, right, both of them same, right? So no need to increment operations that have happened. So I can say return and I can pass in DFS here because we have already checked the characters. So we have to increment I plus 1 and j plus 1. Now the interesting part, let me create few operation. Let's say insert operation, which is going to be, because whenever you're going to do an insert operation, the count is going to increase by +1. And here we can call in the DFS. Because we are doing an insert operation, right? So the value would be I and j plus 1. When you're going to do a delete operation, so it would be 1 plus DFS I plus 1 and j. And when you're going to do a swap operation or replace operation, it would be 1. And because here we're going to do a replacement, so both of the characters are going to get matched, right? So it would be 1 plus 1 and j plus 1. Both of them are going to get incremented. And now I can say DP of I and j is going to be whatever the minimum value would be. Insert operation, delete operation, and replace operation. And I can say return DP of I and j. Let me call my code. So it would be return and let me call DFS. Initially, both of them are going to be 0. Now let me run the code. As you could see, the public test case is passed. Let me submit it. And the submission is also successful. Let me submit it back again. Yeah, I think this could be increased a bit if we add a tabulation method. But for most cases, right, it is running fine. And this is a pretty good solution with recursive and memoization approach. That's all for this video. See you in the next one.